It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition. This is for Thursday, the 17th of June. I'm James Spann. A tropical depression will likely form in the Gulf of Mexico tonight or tomorrow morning. That promises to bring a pretty big wet down to the deep south over the weekend. A lot to talk about, so let's dive in. Very familiar look there. We got that strong upper high, intense heat back in the southwestern states. Thankfully, that thing will be breaking down next week for them. And again, a northerly flow aloft and a beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine with a few fair weather cumulus clouds in the sky. Absolutely nothing on radar. That was the composite at 218 this afternoon. Temperatures mostly in the mid to upper 80s. Tuscaloosa managing 90. But the dew points are still fairly low for June. Dew points are in the upper 50s and low 60s. They'll be creeping up tomorrow. There's the watch warning map, and we've got flash flood watches for parts of southeast Louisiana, South Mississippi in advance of the tropical system, and there is one now for the southwestern corner of Alabama that was just issued, not on that map. And once again, out west, we have a number of excessive heat warnings. There's the severe weather outlook through tonight. We have an enhanced risk of severe storms in the broad zone from Chicago to Minneapolis-St. Paul. Tomorrow, a risk of severe storms from near St. Louis to Buffalo. And on day 3, which is Saturday, a couple of risks up north. And for us, we have a marginal risk on the Gulf Coast region as the tropical system approaches. That includes the southwestern corner of Alabama. There could be a few brief isolated tornadoes in that zone or water spouts as the system gets closer. Looks like that might be expanded a little bit, but I think the northern half of the state probably will see just a lot of rain from this thing. Speaking of that, here's the rain for the next 7 days. Obviously, the wettest weather right here. Rain amounts for most of the state in the 3 to 5 inch range. Mobile possibly getting 7 inches of rain from this system. And this is the day 3 excessive rain outlook. This is for Saturday, and you can see a moderate risk of flooding for southwest Alabama, the western tip of the Florida Panhandle, South Mississippi, and southeast Louisiana. So here we go in the tropics. The only action on the board is that disturbance in the southern Gulf, a 90% chance of becoming a depression within 48 hours. Models in good agreement comes up toward the Louisiana coast and hooking right through Alabama over the weekend. So let's look at the GFS here. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. And again, you can see the upper high to the west, westerlies to the north, and the tropical system approaching the Louisiana coast. Rain will likely begin tomorrow over the southern quarter of the state. The rest of Alabama should be dry tomorrow. We'll call it partly sunny with highs in the low 90s. This is Saturday. Looks pretty wet. Tropical low is inland. Rain likely for much of Alabama. Let's go to the European, a little higher resolution. Very similar. It's got that broad tropical low over the southwestern corner of the state, with rain for most of Alabama, the lighter amounts up in the Tennessee Valley, heavier totals for the south. And any isolated tornadoes or water spouts with this look would be pretty much confined to the immediate coastal region on Saturday. But it certainly looks awfully wet. Sunday, the tropical low is north of Augusta, Georgia. And if this is right, the weather might be maybe not quite as wet here on Sunday. On the backside of that, but precipitable water values are going to be very high. And no doubt we're going to see some rain at times, but I don't think it rains all day Sunday. Periods of rain, cloudy, high should be in the low 80s. Monday, the tropical system is in the Atlantic, just around the outer banks of North Carolina. And again, for us, we'll have scattered to numerous showers and storms around. This is Tuesday. Tropical low is moving east of Cape Cod, and a cold front approaching, and that will likely bring a good round of rain and thunderstorms. And then Wednesday, evidence we're into drier air. This is back to the GFS, and we'll trend our forecast in that direction. And this is a week from today, Thursday, June 24th. Got troughing northeast of the state, and again, that looks rain-free if indeed this verifies. We'll go out 10 days. This is Sunday, June the 27th. Troughing digging down through the Great Plains states, and that looks pretty quiet. Rain for Birmingham off the GFS ensemble. The mean, a little over 4 inches between now and the 3rd of July. Temperatures 93 tomorrow. After that, highs in the 80s. And Saturday, we probably will stay in the 70s all day because of clouds and rain. Next week, highs in the 80s, lows in the 70s Monday and Tuesday, then back in the 60s for the latter half of the week as drier air drops in. And hot off the presses, The brand new CPC Outlook, this is for June 25th through July 1st. And again, like to see blue on that map in the summertime. If this is right, temperatures would be below average. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening and God bless. Hey, this is James Spann. I think one of the best parts of my job, getting to do weather programs in schools. During regular times, I'm in a school once or twice a day, teaching students, mostly in elementary schools, things about weather and science. It's a really great part of my job. In fact, if I wasn't a television meteorologist, I would be a third grade science teacher. But one thing I've noticed over the years, some children, not all, but some, develop a genuine fear, a phobia of weather, especially thunderstorms and tornadoes. To offset that, I commissioned a couple of creative members of my family to write a series of children's books about weather. And the first one is out. Benny and Chipper, Be Prepared, Not Scared. Your kids will absolutely love Benny the Bear and his best pal, Chipper the Beagle Dog. It's a really good read about thunderstorms and tornadoes and how it's okay to be a little afraid, but you don't have to be really afraid. As long as you're prepared, you understand them, you know what to do, and you take care of yourself. Information is very powerful, and that starts a process of kids overcoming that fear. And this book is a really good read for any elementary school student. My friend Ginger Z of ABC News in New York, the chief meteorologist there, wrote a foreword here. Jeremy Davis, an illustrator, really makes Benny and Chipper come to life. It's a great read, and your kids will love it. I would encourage you to get a copy, and we'll have future books with Benny and Chipper about things like thunderstorms and the science behind them, tornadoes, and hurricanes. So get your copy today. Right now it's available online at Spann Book, with 2 N's, spannbook.com. And you'll see some other cool stuff there as well. Benny and Chipper, Prepared Not Scared. Get your kids a copy today.